Okay, so we are going to talk about the different types of foundation that Younique has and the different kind of coverage they have. So first and foremost, I always use the Face and Eye Primer, like always. It's going to create a barrier between your skin and your makeup. So your makeup's not going to settle into your pores, and it's going to last longer and it's going to look better. Whereas if you don't have primer on, what's going to happen is your foundation and your makeup is going to settle into the fine lines. Like I've got lots of them, especially around my mouth, the fine lines and the wrinkles in your face. So after you wear it all day, it's going to settle in there and you're going to look older and grosser than you did when you started. So that's just that. So, we are going to start with the BB Flawless. So I've got the BB Flawless, and then there's the Touch, the concealer and the powder, and then there is the Liquid Touch foundation, and then there's the concealer. There's also the like the Mineral Touch powder concealer. I don't have that though. So it'll be everything but that. So I'm going to do my face in quarters just so you can see how everything covers and how everything looks. So start with the BB Flawless. You can use either a sponge or your fingers, or you can use your foundation brush. I'll use the foundation brush just because. So I always start with putting a blop on my hand, and that's like way too much, especially to do a quarter of my face. So anyway, and then I just dab my brush on there. And then, so we'll do, let's do this cheek, okay? So, this is going to give you kind of like a dewy finish, especially if you just do just the BB Flawless. So there's BB Flawless, okay? So there's that on that cheek. Here's this cheek without it. So we've got the BB Flawless, and then this cheek. Now, initially, I was a big fan of the BB Flawless. So I would do my BB Flawless, and then I would take my brush, my powder brush, and I would use the liquid, or not, sorry, the Mineral Touch, the pressed powder. And then I would put it over because I didn't really like the dewy look. I didn't like that as my finished look. I'm a really matte kind of gal. So, so then I would just do over. So that's going to be that. That's a child. Go away, please.
Mom, Anna's looking through your Younique book.
Jake, I love you. Goodbye.
Mom,
Yep. Okay. So, this is going to be that versus that. That versus that. Okay. So, if you want just kind of a light finish with the dewy, I would definitely do the BB Flawless. It's a tinted moisturizer, so it's going to moisturize and cover. And then if you add the pressed powder on top of it, it gives you really good coverage. I mean, you can just see, like if I step back, you can see this versus this, okay? How that's going to look. It's going to be harder to see a comparison, but you know, like a stellar person, it'll be okay. We'll wing it, okay? So that's BB Flawless. Now we will do the concealer. So this is the Mineral Touch concealer. My color is Scarlet. Everyone's color is going to be different. It just depends. But so I will do this one on the other cheek. This I think provides a little bit of a heavier coverage, just even by itself. I mean, and you can already see the kind of coverage I'm getting. Again, I really like that. There's not any of the foundations that I don't like. So you can do that just by itself. Or again, see this has got, again, a kind of a dewy finish. Not quite as dewy, a little more matte than the BB Flawless. But because I'm a snob. And then we'll cover it with the pressed powder. Okay. So there are those. So we've got nothing on my forehead, BB Flawless, pressed powder, cream foundation, pressed powder. My favorite is the Liquid Touch foundation. I just really like it. Its coverage. It's not very heavy. It's really light, but it still does a really good job. and I don't have to do anything after it because I'm really simple, quick, easy, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of guy. Girl. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. Not a guy. But so, anyway, so you shake it really good, and then you're going to empty out your dropper. Empty out my dropper. Okay, and then put it in empty, and then shake it good again. That just mixes it really good. Make sure everything is even. Okay, then I put it in my dropper. Okay, so normally when I do my entire face, I do 4 drops, and that covers my entire face. But since I'm just going to be doing my forehead, where did my brush go? I'm just going to do like 3 drops. So maybe just 2. I lied. We're doing 2 drops. And even then, that's going to be way too many. So then I'll just do my forehead. And voila. So that by itself is a matte finish. So I don't have to do anything after I put on the Liquid Touch foundation. It's just, it's done. So that's why I like it. But see, they all cover equally well. I think that the cream foundation probably has the heaviest coverage. Then I would say Liquid Touch and then BB Flawless. Unless you pair them. Like I said, BB Flawless with the powder is like just as good as everything else, if not better. Again, I think they're all great. It's just a matter of your personal preference of what kind of finish you like, how heavy you like it, how heavy you don't like it. This is the concealer. I hardly have to use the concealer because of how well everything else covers. The only time actually that I've used my concealer is after I got in a car accident and my rear view mirror flew off and hit me in my face. It gave me, basically I had 2 black eyes, and my daughter was in the talent show at her school like 5 days after the accident, and so my bruising was like at its fuggliest. So I had to use the concealer, but it worked. Like I looked like this, like I hadn't been in a car accident. You couldn't see any of the bruising or the scar or anything. You can see my scar a little bit right there. But so just for all intents and purposes, we'll put on the concealer. Now, a lot of people will put on concealer and then put on their foundation. I personally don't recommend doing it that way. When you put on your concealer and then your foundation, you're going to spread out your concealer with your foundation and it will defeat the purpose. So I always put on my foundation and then put on the concealer and blend the concealer. So again, just like, it's like little itty bitty tiny dot. Like, this little thing will last you forever, I promise. So then you're just going to take it. Where should we put it? Put it on my chin right here, okay? So then I should get like a marker, draw on my face. What is this? Oh, look. It's some eyeliner. See, look, there's some eyeliner that we're going to blemish away. Great, by the way, it doesn't wash off. Well, it does wash off, but it's not going to rub off. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so okay, and bam. So, again, concealer after foundation blend, and it works great. Okay, Godspeed, elders.